So I wanted to do more videos on the Wii U. For some reason. I was thinking of doing a Wii U review video, but that's kind of already been done to death, so I started looking for some other topics that haven't been covered. And there's been shockingly little to no videos on Wii U rumors when it was becoming a thing. There was this one channel posting Wii U rumors back in 2010, which is actually kind of crazy, so that channel link is in the description, check it out. To help fill another void of Wii U content, we are going to be looking at tons of rumors, leaks, and prototypes for the Wii U and its games. Also, this video's upload date marks the 10th anniversary of the Wii U's existence. It can officially play LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Let's start off with rumors from 2012, as I couldn't find anything worthwhile prior to this. Seems Nintendo is keeping the development of the Wii U under lock and key. When the Wii U was first revealed, Nintendo was very quiet about it. Really, all fans knew was that it was going to have black and white variants and a basic idea of how the gamepad looked. And it isn't even that accurate to the one that Nintendo shipped out. Here we see that the gamepad is a lot slimmer than the final one, and originally, it was going to have two circle pads that are very reminiscent of the one on 3DS, instead of the two proper joysticks we got in the final release. The only reason I think Nintendo would go with the 3DS circle pads over regular joysticks is for cost efficiency. I guess Nintendo just gave up on cost efficiency in its entirety for the Wii U. Another rumor floating around this time was that the Wii U would be twice as powerful as the Xbox 360. What? Yeah, right. If we go back and look at the specs with the power of hindsight, we can see that the Wii U is actually quite a bit weaker than the 360. For reference, the Wii U CPU runs at 1.24 GHz per core, while the Xbox's CPU runs at 3.2 GHz per core. I don't know where this rumor came from, but it's so stupidly wrong. Alright, fine. Maybe I'm being too hard on this rumor. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and assume the Wii U's GPU is the saving grace of this whole. This rumor is a lot less substantial than a lot of the others in this video, but I'll include it for the heck of it. Even back in 2012, everyone knew that Wii U was a bad name, and some rumors were floating around that Nintendo was going to rename the system to Wii Entertainment System. That's even worse! I'm so glad Nintendo didn't go with this name, because if the full name was Wii Entertainment System, people would just shorten it to Wii, and the obvious problem at hand would just be worse. I don't think this is real, hopefully. This would have been another really stupid decision by Nintendo if this was real. Another rumor around the time was that the Wii U was going to get a redesigned Zapper and Classic controller. While one of those was kinda true, that being the Wii U getting the Pro controller, a redesigned Zapper never saw the light of day. But a leak did resurface showing a blueprint type thing of the Zapper along with the old gamepad design with circle pads, showing just how old this blueprint was and proving that the redesigned Zapper would just never come out. I guess Nintendo had their fill of gimmicks with the gamepad. Yet another rumor that was super popular was that Retro Studios was going to unveil a huge game at E3 2012. Short story, even shorter, there was no Retro Studios game shown at E3 2012. But there was a Retro Studio game revealed at E3 2013, that being Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So where's this huge game at? I highly doubt this was the huge game rumored. I don't think there would have been this many rumors floating around about the 50th Nintendo 2D platformer. If I had to guess what this huge game was, it would be that Star Fox racing game that people just wouldn't stop spreading rumors about. Of course, the Star Fox game was only heavily rumored, and we never got any official word from Nintendo about it. There were other candidates for what this game could have been, but they aren't nearly as heavily rumored as Star Fox. The second biggest contender was that Retro Studios was working on a Yoshi's Island game. They never made a Yoshi's Island game. This rumor was such a bummer because the upcoming Retro Studio game was so hyped up, and there was even rumors that Retro Studio was making an entirely new engine. And all we got was another mid-generic, sluggish 2D platformer. On top of this, I'm sure Star Fox Mario Kart would have been way better than frickin' Star Fox Zero. Now we've covered most of the interesting rumors from 2012, so we'll be moving on to mostly game rumors. It's a shame that there wasn't much going around about the Wii U pre-2012. It would have been nice to see some old designs for the console and how Nintendo chose the gamepad gimmick, but sadly we'll probably never know. Another big fat rumor in 2013 was Super Mario 64 reimagined. The rumor says that Nintendo would start remaking old classic titles by updating the graphics, improving controls, adding much requested features, and slapping them onto the eShop for $30 a pop. Apparently, they were going to add 2-player split screen to Super Mario 64. Now all this sounds way too good to be true, especially from Nintendo. This would have been amazing, but sadly this was never true. Damn you, Paul. Luckily, there was some truth to this rumor, but it's kinda iffy. Super Mario 64 did make it onto the Wii U in the form of a virtual console re-release. In case you somehow don't know what virtual console was, I'll give you a basic rundown of it. Old hit NES, SNES, Genesis, DS, Wii, and 64 games slapped onto the eShop for budget prices via emulation. Why the heck wasn't this at launch? Did it really take Nintendo a whole additional year to get emulators for their own consoles working? For Pete's sake, they made the damn things. Not to mention, they had perfectly fine emulators from the Wii, so all they really had to develop was a DS emulator. A leak at this time said that the next 3D Mario game would be unveiled at E3 2013, along with a new Zelda game for 3DS. 2 Kirby games were also leaked, one for Wii U, one for 3DS, a new HD Yoshi's Island game, Donkey Kong Country Returns for 3DS, a new Fatal Frame for Wii U, and 2 new IPs. Oh my, the sheer amount of stuff leaked in this one forum post. I cannot give all the credit to the forum, however, as it sources a website page that has since been taken down. But holy crap, this was so accurate. The next 3D Mario game was indeed revealed at E3 2013 as Super Mario 3D World. The Zelda game was announced as Zelda Link Between Worlds for 3DS, and Yoshi's New Island, while not HD, was still revealed for the 3DS. And Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D was a spot-on leak. Although the 2 Kirby games were a no-show. There was later a Kirby game for Wii U called Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, and a Kirby game for the 3DS called Kirby Planet Robobot. And a Fatal Frame game did come out for Wii U, later called Fatal Frame Maiden of Black Water. Too bad it wasn't good. The 2 new IPs showed up at E3 2014 as Splatoon, and the other ended up being the cancelled Project Giant Robot. But it was later recycled on the Switch as one of those weird cardboard minigames. Shockingly, there was another contender for what the second IP could have been. It was originally called Project Guard, which was actually shown off at E3 as the leak said, and it was a weird first-person shooter where you used security cameras to guard a prison-looking base. Anyway, it was later remade into Star Fox Guard, and it was to be bundled with Star Fox Zero. It's amazing just how accurate this leak was, and it's a shame the original site has been taken down. Also, Smash Bros. 4 was heavily rumored around this time, but it was obvious that was going to happen, so I'll just scrub over its rumors to save time. Plus, Smash Bros. 4 leaks have already been well documented in other videos, and I want to be quote-unquote original. And just like that, there's the only exciting leaks and rumors for Wii U in 2013-early 2014 that I could find. If you know any more, please share in the comments. So now we're heading into the waning years of the console's lifespan. Reflecting this, there's going to be a lot less buzz surrounding the console. The biggest rumor I could find around this time frame was a leak that Nintendo wasn't going to do a live E3 press conference. Rather, they were going to make a special Nintendo Direct broadcast accomplishing the same thing. Also leaked was this pamphlet, presumably passed to the employees managing the broadcast. And it leaked these games here. Nothing really noteworthy besides Legend of Zelda, Unbound King, which I assume became Breath of the Wild, Mario Party 10, Pushmo World, and Smash Bros. Were also leaked to show up at this Direct, but these games are more of an inevitability than anything. One thing I want to point out is this Yarn Yoshi title. This obviously became Yoshi's Woolly World, which got an almost one-to-one port on 3DS. Yeah, this was around the time that Nintendo would put their games on both 3DS and Wii U, which seems like a cool decision at first, but it just means that there was that much less of a reason to get a Wii U back then. Especially considering the 3DS was just a better option at that time. Also, a ton of fake Zelda cover art was swirling around this time, and it was totally just because some punks wanted to get some clout via the next Zelda game, which was getting a stupid amount of hype. I always thought the Zelda games were totally overrated. They just feel like basic ass top-down third-person hack and slash adventure games with a decent dungeon design, and I don't know, they just never really interested me. When the Nintendo Direct came along, it shut everyone up with the Breath of the Wild trailer, an open-world Zelda game with a cel-shaded art style that would also serve as a launch title for the Switch. I find it funny that this mirrors the Zelda GameCube to Wii situation. And that's it! The Wii U was totally overshadowed in 2015 by the Nintendo NX, which became the Nintendo Switch. And I really don't want to cover 2015 to 2016, as there was nothing interesting going on with the Wii U, or even the 3DS for that matter. It was all about the Switch, and there's tons of videos covering rumors about that thing already. So, bye-bye. Jeez, this video took forever to make. Man, I'm sorry, guys. I've just had a lot going on, including me getting sick like 3 times, and like just school just collectively all subjects taking a dump on me. And yeah, but the biggest issue of all is mass amounts of procrastination. So I'm sorry, dude. Also, we've officially made it past 100 subscribers, so that's pretty awesome. Thank you guys a lot for that. Yeah, hopefully the next video doesn't take this long to come out, because, geez, this was forever. Oof. All right, see ya.